Hello everybody. Welcome to today's special live session where we get into conversations with authors and dive into the stories that are behind their stories. Hi, I am Himad Bansal, and today we have an amazing author with us, Mr. Kiran, who has written the book Sorry and Thank You, My Dear Inner Child. Kiran, before we jump into the entire conversation, can you give a small gist to our audience about you, what you do, and how you began this journey?
Yeah, that's so nice of you, Hemant. It has been now like over 1.5 years. We're just traveling together, and it was a real good journey, first of all. And thank you for you. And coming to the question, um, it all started with my conversation with my friend Shevan. And Shevan was a professional storyteller in the Netherlands. And
Okay.
I used to tell episodes of my life here and there. And he saw it through his lenses, and he just told, your story is worth spreading and telling. And I had no clue who is even going to read about it. I didn't know about the value of it.
I,
Then, over a time, okay, because it comes from the place of a person who has this, very idea about the storytelling industry and community. So I just trusted in his words. I started, and that was actually true. I see a lot of ripple effects, and I see a lot of responses and so-called feedbacks. As seen it has really touched their life. They could reflect on their life and something a beautiful decision I have taken based on his input. That's how this journey started up. And thanks
great.
to
That's
Shema for it.
so for those people who might be meeting you for the first time here, could you tell a little about yourself?
Yeah. Well, uh, professionally, I'm a software tester, software test engineer, and
Okay.
was in India. I'm settled down in the Netherlands. It has been almost 78 years now. And but I myself always think as a person who is an explorer here. I'm a
Okay.
confused person. I'm a confused person, I would say.
Uh,
And because I could do n number of things, I just doing A, then I do B, C, D. I don't know what I'm doing it. But
okay.
I stopped judging myself. Then I started to just
Uh,
accept, okay, I'm confused. The confusion is the birthplace of creativity. And I just allowed me to just do whatever I have to do. In that case, I would say currently I identify myself more as an author, self-love coach, and a speaker.
that's great. That's great. So, you already told us like how your friend inspired you to write the story, how your life began and everything. You were born in India. You are now in other countries. You are exploring. You are writing a lot of things. If you had to describe your writing style in 3 words, what would that be?
This is quite deep question, but I'm pretty comfortable answering it because when I was writing, there's one thing which was at the mind. It should not be the so-called what you call over the top, a kind of thing. It should be as real as possible. So in that case, I would say it's real,
Real,
raw, and
raw.
relatability.
Oh,
And relate.
nice. Real, raw, and relatable. Nice. That's nice. So, you have been in the foreign lands, right? In your country, like how long it has been since you left India?
I left India in 2018, and now it is
2018. So it's been 7 to 8 years approximately.
almost 7 years. Yeah, yeah.
You recently visited India for your book tour, if I'm correct. So
Book
how was
tour.
the entire journey? Like, who gave you the idea to have a book tour in India? How many stores did you visit? What was the experience like?
Uh, okay. Let me talk from the place of my heart. This actually, it was not a book tour at all. I was wanting to
Okay.
come to my nephew's first birthday, and my
Okay.
sister just sponsored my flight ticket. I was here. Okay, fine. I'm just there. It was hardly 78 days in India, but
Okay.
that's when, uh, yeah, that's when I met a new connections in my life, new friends. And it was one friend who she told me, how about let me organize this specific book tour. I love your book. Let's do it in Chennai,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
ODC. Okay, okay, why not? And that gave me a spark. Okay, either we are doing going to Chennai, either way I'm going to visit Bangalore to visit my friends, and this gave an. I have my aunt in my city called Satyamangalam, small town.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
visit her, and fortunately, it was the city where my university is. So, okay, I'm going to visit my aunt. Why can't I just talk to my professor? Is there a possibility to talk about it, my book?
Yes.
Everything is last minute, everything's so spontaneous. When I
Okay.
spoke to my professor, I'm speaking with him after 15 long years, he still remembers me. And why just a book promotion? I give you an entire hall. You talk about self-love. And you don't believe from the principal to chairman, everybody was informed, was a red carpet welcoming kind of it. I really loved the atmosphere, the vibe they gave me in my university, Banariam Institute of Technology, Satyamangalam. That's how my book tour in Satyamangalam, which is nearby Coimbatore, happened. And Bangalore, I have a lot of friends. And unfortunately, there had been this something called Maya Bazaar. It was a fusion fest.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
it was a flow for all the artists, performance, and creative work. My friend invited me. I just went there. And that's how that happened. So it's everything spontaneous. I went there. I also attended the first birthday of my nephew. Chennai, Bangalore, Coimbatore. It all happened on spot, spontaneous. That's how
Experience.
it is.
How
Yeah,
was the
it was.
experience?
And to be honest, it's completely out of my comfort zone because I'm super planned person. For the first time alone myself, let me go with the flow. Let me enjoy it. I didn't know what would happen tomorrow, but let me just try, just speak. It was so
We are
awesome.
first time author. As a first time author, when you are recognized as an author, when you are getting a chance to speak, I think that gives a very different kind of vibe.
Yeah, this very author, I could see there's a buzzword, author, or like, what's there? Like,
Yes.
but it took a lot of time to realize, okay, I did something meaningful for the society. And yeah, that was so lovely experience. It was so spontaneous, which is again, this very journey made me so spontaneous. I was happy about it.
Basically, there are a lot of authors in India. There are a lot of authors throughout the world. Everybody, each author have their own process, like how they start writing, how they continue, how they are creating characters, plotting twists, writing emotions. All those things are there whenever you are writing a book. Which part, specially, is your most favorite when you start writing a book? So, like, do you love creating characters, or do you love the twists wala part, or do you enjoy writing the emotional content? So, what is the step of that entire writing journey that you love most and enjoy the most?
To me, it is more like the twist part.
Okay,
I love to keep those so-called twists, the highs, and the creating the curiosity factor, pinning up the curiosity factor,
yeah,
what happens next? That's where unconsciously, also unconsciously, that's where my focus was when I was writing, yeah. When I was authoring, yeah.
amazing. So there are a lot of books like nowadays we see there's a cliffhanger. You might be familiar with it. So there are a lot of books that end without a proper ending. So they leave it to the audience to guess what will happen in the future, or it's like a cliffhanger. So what are your views on a cliffhanger? Say if we tell you an entire love story is there, the couple are very happy and everything is happening, but at the end, it shows somewhat distress kind of thing or stressful kind of scenario, and they ended there. So there's a cliffhanger there. So do you enjoy those kind of books? And if not, why?
Very interesting. And um, yes, to me, those actually, I'm one of the cliffhanger guy as well. I was having that for my future book, and I just go for it. Why? Because simply put, I just don't believe only on the creative process of myself. I also believe in the creative process of the reader. They have also the liberty to do, think whatever they
Yes.
like to. So I trust their creative part. and also as mine. So it gives both the ways to think, you know, without boundaries. That's the point.
That's nice. That's nice. Because recently we came across a book. I recently came across a book. So what they did in that particular book, it's like very unique concept they used. So in the after the story ended, they left 5 pages blank in the book. So as and at the end there's a QR code. So like if you are a reader, so you should fill out those 5 pages, scan the QR code and send me that 5 pages. And if we love your content, so in the next edition we will use your content as the last 5 pages and we will be mentioning you as credits. That's
Wow.
something very unique I found. Yes. So you can try that as well in your next book. It's a very nice concept.
Getting an inspiration as well. Yeah, a lot to
Yes,
explore.
a lot of people actually, so even I submitted. Okay, I didn't get it, but I submitted. So that
Ah,
does happen. A lot of unique things are happening in the recent market nowadays. A lot of readers, a lot of writers. So, according to you, what is the latest trend in the reading segment? Like when people are reading your book, what is the one review that is consistent? Like each and every person is giving that one review. What's that?
yeah, actually, when I was writing, when I was authoring, it was not even my forte. Okay, but
Okay,
yes, but you know how it goes. I had as a first timer, of course, I had all this anxiety and thought processing. But I was very clear about it. Okay, people like it, don't like it, that's a different story. They read it, don't read, different story. But if they could sense the element of the book, which is that being honest. They must say it is not a show off thing. It is not a motivational book. It is not preachy. I have not just chose any of these genres, motivational or preachy. No, it has to be a book which allows them to reflect.
okay,
I believe in the wisdom of people again. It comes from the idea of coaching. I believe in the intelligence of the readers. They are intelligent, and does that book, does my book make them reflect on their own life? As they read, it's not about reading their book. That's one track. Are they also able to just reflect on their own life and just go in parallel?
that's
Is that
nice.
that genuinity in the book to have it? That's what I just focus majorly. There have been creative conflicts, but I stick to this. 95% of comment highlighted this. It is so relatable, so genuine. I reflected my life.
Yes,
I
actually,
reflected
I
life.
felt the same. Even I
So
felt the same.
so the term reflection, they reflected their life. Oh my God. I saw that repeatedly in most of the comments and
Review.
reviews. So it is a success for me. I'm not bothered about the,
Obviously.
metrics. It is a success. That's it.
Yes. Okay. So it happens like the one goal is there, right? Each author has a goal. Like this is needed. That makes it a success. So for
Exactly.
you, it has already happened. That's great. So we'll do a small, quick round. Okay. So I will be asking you MCQs and you just have to answer it. All right. So paperback or Kindle?
Paperback.
Morning writer, night owl,
I'm a morning person. I can
tea or
even wake up
coffee.
at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but no, nothing after 7 o'clock. Yeah.
So you have to sleep. You have to close all your work after 7 p.m. But you can wake up as early as possible.
Yeah. I can just rest even. I can be doing nothing until 9 o'clock, but I cannot do anything, efficient or effective after seven
Opposite
o'clock.
for me. It's completely an opposite for me. I don't like waking up. I can work till 4 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't matter. Do not ask me to wake up early in the morning. It creates a problem for me.
I,
Okay. One book that you have read in your life that that relates to you apart from your book. Like you told the reflection part, right? So any book that reflected your life on you that you have read.
um, there are books, but which reflects on a small episodes and snippets. But I don't know, this is something. But there is one book which is reflecting my life, which is at the moment I'm reading that. Probably just not just staged, but still it is on my table. This is the
Oh,
book.
nice.
I'm currently reading it, suggested by my friend Gaia
For
from
the
Canada.
children of emotionally mature parents.
Yes,
Nice. I
this
can
is
actually understand the concept.
especially.
Yeah.
for our generation from Indian society.
No,
So
actually,
this is
I
the
think this Gen Z generation that are becoming parents and all, I think this book will really help them as well.
exactly. This
Because
is the book I'm reading now. I just read 13 pages. At the now, it's bang on. Everything reflects my
you
life.
have your book with you right now.
Sorry?
Can you
Yeah.
put your book in the screen?
Yes.
Oh, sorry and thank you, my dear inner child. So
Yeah.
basically, you are. What is the gist of? Why is this name particularly? What did you think about this name? How did you come up with it?
When I started this authoring process, I had no idea what is the title. But
Okay.
something beautiful happened in this journey of almost 1.5 years, 2 years. I myself uh, forgiven myself for a lot of my past things. I've let go most of the pain which was holding me. And I also forgive a couple of people. And there had also
Okay.
been a situation of indifferent with people who
Okay.
hurt me. So no hurt, no love, just indifferent. All this happened in the process as a byproduct. I was not focusing. I was just focusing only on focusing on writing a book. But these are the
Okay.
byproducts I got out of it. So
Yeah.
those made me to think, yeah, sorry to myself and thank you for this process, my dear child. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, one question is there. So, there are a lot of readers and writers nowadays. You will see so many more writers than the readers. We see nowadays there are many people who are writing and very less people who are reading now. So, what is one message that you would like to give to people as a whole, that they should not just write, they should keep reading as well? Like you already told, like you are already reading another books. So, most of the writers, when we find, they just write their own books, but they stop reading other
Uh,
books in the meantime. So what happens there is their creative process, I think, gets stuck because of the same thing. So what is one message that you would like to give to those readers or writers who have stopped reading because of this life and all the career and everything?
okay. The answer could be a little longer. Is that okay?
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay. Um, uh, in this generation, I consider readers are also listeners, and listeners and observers. It is not the traditional reading. You got to always sit with your book, just read all 200, 500 pages. That's tough, okay? But when we see readers as listeners or content observers, my tip is just be open for perspectives across. Not necessarily the book. It could be anything that interests you. It could be a podcast that interests you. It could be a game, whatever. Just open to different perspectives because I strongly believe the only way to evolve forward is by having a multiple perspectives in 360 degrees. And when you have enough perspectives, impressions, you become a beautiful, creative person. That is my belief system. Currently, to have this injected in my body, the creative process as such, there is an organization, it's a big organization in Netherlands, which is called Living Library, which
Okay,
means like they have people, they are the living books. They just chose me as I'm a living book. They go to
okay,
different universities and libraries and everybody. I'm a book. I have listeners. I have readers who are listeners, and they give
okay,
you 20 to 30 minutes. So if there are last week is my first thing. I just went there. There are at least 12, 13 books which are humans. That could be sexual misconduct, which just means sexual assault and psychological disorder and schizophrenia. My thing is the migration from south of India. South of India. I'm very clear about it. So we went to a school, and there are students. They give the topic, five topic. They stick. They just the head or CEO gives you overview about it, and the people can pick up the topic. They come to us. We'll be in the conference room, and you got to talk about your book. So this is a very modern way of reading. Because to answer your question, it's not stick to the traditional way wherein you got to read, which they consume. I love
yes,
this modern way. Whereas my book, I'm a living book. Then when the students, I see five, four, five students, I talk about a book. I am a book. Hey, I am Kiran. I migrate. I just have 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of questions. It's beautiful. Short time, crisp, they get it. And those students are going to design a cover page for the book they listen to. So how
Yes.
creative it is. There are
I've heard
beautiful.
about this. I've heard about this, but in India, I don't think this is happening or this has happened so far.
This is the point,
Yes, but in other countries,
Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. When people are open to different perspectives, the very traditional way of consuming content improves. Even we not necessarily now we have shorts. In 30 seconds, you can infuse one idea. Even that is wonderful. Get adopted, get evolved. So that's the point. But just be open, get modernized, adapt to the situation that gives you.
the last question of this entire interview, not the least though,
Yeah.
what's next for you? Like this book is already a good success. You already did a lot of book launches, a lot of reviews on your book. A lot of people are liking it. A lot of people are reading it. There's a lot of things that are happening. So what's next for you? Any upcoming projects that you are thinking? Any kind of motivation that you have?
Yeah, I have always, as I said, I just keep exploring stuff. I'm just working on a couple of subcultural part. It's like, along with my friends who are chef, to invite strangers to home, have a book reading session, five strangers, beautiful, amazing food, book reading session, a storytelling session. So that's something I'm working on now, which keeps me lit up. On Book Arena, I'm thinking to release an ebook, yeah,
Okay.
ebook to support my first book because that's something I
Like an
saw.
introductory kind of
Yeah, because the first book I spoke about the reflective part, but I also saw some film. Hey, you being a self-love coach, why don't you give some models and tips? And blah. I never spoke about that. Okay, why don't I release a 10-pager or 20-pager ebook? That's an
thing.
idea. I need to work on it. Yeah, these ideas keep me always,
That's
lit
very
up.
nice idea. Even like if you can talk to your publisher, they can have a QR code printed on the back of your first book itself, which will lead them to the ebook, like an
Ah,
introductory piece. That would
ah,
also
thanks.
look amazing, I think.
Okay, this is
So
very, very,
lastly,
the idea is just in my mind. I've not worked anything more on
you
it. It's
should
just
work on it.
an
It's a very good idea, actually. It's a good idea. You should do it. It's not very hard, I think. It
idea.
can be done. Lastly, in just 3 words, one piece of advice that you will like to give to your aspiring authors. In just 3 words.
Authors. Uh, n- Not not advisors, but I can just tell a couple of experiences. They can tell it.
Just
It
3 words.
it needs a lot of mental strength,
Mental strength,
resilience.
resilience.
It is, I just, as I said, I'm extremely curious like that. I jumped into the ocean, not even knowing it's an ocean. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. What did I even do that? I just thought, okay, let's write the book, let's go. But no, it's not that.
Lot of
You
work.
at least have a constant dedication of minimum 2 years. Minimum
Need it's very much needed nowadays. Authors are like, I will just publish the book. Once they publish the book, they forget about it. It's just on Amazon. They are not sharing. They're not talking. They're not reflecting on it. So it creates a
and
lot of problems. I think if you have written a book, you should pay more attention to it.
Exactly. And also, when we write and publish a book, most of the people, 95% of people think our job is done. But that's when
Yes,
the actual game
that's the
is
start.
starting.
Yes, that's when the game
Oh
starts.
my God. The marketing part. Oh my God. I said, welcome. I just listened to you. Welcome, Kiran. Why are you welcome? You're just into the game. Yeah. Oh my God. Next 6 months to 8 months. Yeah. Everything seems to be a beginning again and again. But you must give
Yes,
yourself minimum two
yes,
years. And
true, true.
I'm enrolled for this.
And
So
marketing never stops.
sorry.
That is, marketing will never stop.
Yeah.
Even 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. As long as your next book doesn't come up, your first book marketing will keep going.
Yeah.
Once your second book is out, then again you will have to keep marketing your first as well as your second book. So it's a never-ending process. Once you have become an author, if you're
Okay.
traveling, if you're visiting any person, you will always be promoting your book. I have written this book. You should buy this book. You should read this book. That keeps going on.
Yeah.
I
The
think
market
that's the fun part as well.
it's like it becomes your 9 to 5 job. You like it or don't like it,
Yes.
you're frustrated, you like it, you got to do it. But
It's your
I
9 to 5.
enjoy doing it. But as a new time, it's exhausting. New world is like it's a Narnia for me. Exploring the entire world with no knowledge. Yeah.
It was great talking to you, Mr. Kiran. It was wonderful conversation, and thank you everybody who will be reading, who will be listening to this entire conversation. And if you guys get motivated to write or to read the book, you will always find the link in our bio. You can check out the book. You should read it. It's one of the most amazing reads for your self reflection, for your true self, finding yourself. I would personally recommend this book. Great talking to you, Mr. Kiran. Until the next time, keep reading, keep writing.
And thank you
Thank
so much. I just take the last minute to just acknowledge my gratitude to few people. It all starts with Siobhan, followed by Steffi, Kashish, you, and Hemant, not you, just Hemant, and last but not least, Shruti. So these are
you.
the strong people who had been the team, the pillar for me to actualize what exactly is happening. And I just forgot to mention the name of the friend in the Chennai. It is Shruti, uh, who came up with this very idea of Odyssey book, and that opened up the entire floor of book tour.
Yes,
And I thank a heartfelt thanks to all these people for making my vision into reality.
that's great. That's so sweet. Thanks a lot for joining, Kiran. Wish you have a very wonderful journey ahead as well, and all the
With
very
all the best, we'll be in touch and enjoy your rest of the day.
best. Obviously. Thank you.
Thank you.